Hey guys, and welcome back to the AJ Spa channel. In today's video I want to show you how to do some basic functions on your Vita 500 topside panel. So for the obvious, to wake it up, you're just going to press any of the buttons on the screen and you'll see it'll kind of boot up and wake up there, and right now it's showing our current temperature, which is 102. If you want to change that temperature, you just press the up or the down button here and it'll then show the set temperatures, right? So we can go as high as 104, but we can keep it at the 102 where it's at. All right, now you also have this button down at the bottom, which is the select button. So at any time, if you're changing any of these settings, you're going to be using that button for select. Okay, then we have our two jet buttons here. This is going to be for pump number 1 and pump number 2. Pump number 1 turns on, comes on at first at low speed. Then we press it again, and it'll come on at high speed. See, the jets are a lot more powerful on high speed. Press it a third time, it'll turn off, and then pump 2 is the same, works the same way. Low speed first, and then high speed, third time is off. Of course, pump 1 is going to come back on at low speed and just detect the temperature of the water because I just started messing with it, but that's okay. I would say the biggest struggle that we have, or that most of our customers have, is figuring out how to turn the lights on and off and going through your settings here. So I would definitely love to cover that today. We're going to press the right button until we see aqua glow on our screen. Now that big perforated box there is our selector to kind of tell us where the selector is at. So now that we're on aqua glow, we press our check button, and then we have this menu here. Okay, there's a few icons that I want to go over here. You have the zone up at the top. Right now it's set for perimeter. You can go over to that zone. If we press right or left, it'll go to main, right? So it'll go from main or perimeter. Right now we're going to mess with the perimeter. And then we have a power button down here on the left. So if we go to the power button and we press our select button, it'll turn back on whatever our last setting was. Okay, now this setting that's on right now is the motion setting. So that's this wheel here. It'll kind of scroll through all of the colors, and if we press this, it'll slow down the speed in which it scrolls through the colors. Right, we have a couple different selections there to the point where it's now just off, and it'll stay on that pink color or whatever color was at. If you want to keep it on a solid color, we'll go 1 to the right, hit our select button, and now that'll start. It's showing us that it's white. And now our outside strip is on white, so if we just keep pressing that, it'll change to the next color. So we have red, purple, blue. So now that you guys got the idea on how to change the outside colors, now let's go with the up arrow back up here to where it says perimeter, and let's move that over to where it says main. Okay, and then we'll go down here, and let's just put them on a solid color. So we'll scroll all the way to the right and press our select button, and now you'll notice inside the spa the lights are now all that pink purple color. Press it again, now they're all blue, and as I press that selection there, it'll change and it'll stay on those solid colors. All right, now you have a couple different options in here. You got some disco modes and party modes and whatnot. You press them and we'll start flashing and changing colors and whatnot, and you can kind of mess around with that and put it to where you'd want it. All right, now if we go over to the bottom left, there's a power button. If we press that, you'll notice the outside went off and the inside went off. So it's just a quick way to turn everything on and off. And if you're at the main screen, let's say you're at your main screen and you want to turn all your lights on, we'll go over to our aqua glow, and then we'll go down to that power button there and press on that power, and all the lights will come back on in the same setting that you turn them off in. All right, so it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. And now that we got the lights covered, I wanted to go over some of the actual settings inside the spa. So from our main screen, we're going to press that right button until we get over to settings. Then we hit our select button. And now from here, we can change our heat mode, our time, reminders, so on and so forth. The heat mode I always recommend leaving in the ready range. Okay, it'll just be less complicated for you, especially for us that's up here in the Northeast with the cold climates, always leave it in that ready mode. But you can see here that my time is not adjusted properly. It is 3:29 p.m. and we're showing 7:36. So let's go ahead and change that. So we just hit our selector button, and now again we want to get that perforated box where we want it. So now we're at the 7, so we got to move that to 3. I'm going the wrong way. 3. And we're just going to put this at an even 30. And we'll change that to PM. And then we go over to our green check, hit our check button, and now our time is set. Okay. Again, there's not too much in here that you guys are really going to have to mess with. You do have some reminders that you may want to, turn on and off. As far as changing your water, changing your filters, and cleaning your filters and stuff like that. Okay. But that's pretty much how you're going to get into it. You can change your filtering times if you want. I do recommend leaving the factory setting, which is 2 hours every 12 hours, and right now it's set to come on at 8 p.m. turn off at 10 p.m. okay, for your 2 filtering cycles. So again, we're going to leave that to the factory settings, but I just wanted to show you how to go through that if you wanted to. Just wanted to thank you guys again for your loyalty and support. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always give us a call here at 631-289-3350. Thank you for choosing AJ Spa.